up, what's up, what's up, my fellow Tauruses? Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me for a moment with Becky's House of Cards. And if you guys are ready, let's go down the rabbit hole today, see what information that we have coming in. These readings are going to be about how you can open up to love and allow love in. Not necessarily a love prediction. This is more centered around you yourself and what you can heal in this moment, what needs to be highlighted for you, okay? And for everybody, man or woman, this is going to be about embracing that inner goddess as well. So I've got two new oracle decks that I will be choosing from today. The first one is the Love Whispers Oracle, and the other one is the Kuan Yin Oracle. Beautiful cards. I'm super excited to bring these to you guys. So with that being said, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Make sure you guys do check out my channel for more pick a card readings, zodiac readings, positivity videos, tips and tricks on how to move forward with your own life, and so much more. Also, I'm super excited because I am in the process of learning a new divination technique. So I will hopefully be bringing that to you guys soon. So make sure you guys do keep an eye out for that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it so this introduction isn't too long. Let's see, what does Taurus need in this moment, Source? What information do they need to bring in love to their lives? What messages do you have for them, Source, so that they can heal and bring love into their lives? What do they need to know in this time? What messages do you have for Taurus? What do they need to know? How can they heal and bring in love at this time? I am getting a deep sense that you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius or a fire sign. Also, maybe possibly a water sign is coming through. What messages does Taurus need, the collective Taurus, to help heal and bring love into their lives? Whether that's real love from the outside world, your love, angelic love, or self-love. What messages do you have for Taurus, Source? What messages do you have for Taurus? What do they need in this time? Okay, thank you. Okay. What other messages do you have for Taurus in this time to help bring love into their lives? Okay, thank you. What else do you have for Taurus? What other messages do they need to help bring love in at this time? Thank you, Source. Nice and quick. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse on the bottom. Okay, I'll put that over here. I hope you guys can see. This is, let me see if I can tilt this up just a tiny bit here. Thanks for hanging with me. All right, so interesting energy to start off with, but let's see what else is coming up. The the Queen of Coins in the upright, the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the upright. Okay. Yeah, you guys are in a process of trying to control something in your life. You're definitely feeling like anxious about it. You're in a situation where you're not happy about it, right? You're not happy about it, and so you're trying to control it, and it's causing a lot of anxiety. And it's okay. I think it has to do with your money. Like, that's what's coming in. Even though this is in regards to love, we don't have any Cups cards coming out. You know, we do have Earth energy coming out here. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Libra, or a Aries. Also, Gemini energy is coming out here. It does not have to be. Those are just the energies that are appearing here. But it's interesting because it's like you're more focused on your money, and it's also something from the past. And so moving forward, you're like passionately moving forward, trying to make some sort of connection in your life. So for love, it's like you have to overcome, honestly, Taurus, you really have to overcome being tricked by other people. I'm getting the sense that because you're so loving, like sometimes you guys are very stubborn, but you guys are very loving. Like, every Taurus I've ever met has been super kind, super loving. It's just that sometimes because of that love and kindness, you guys do attract people into your life that they take advantage of you. They take really crazy advantage of your kindness and your gifts. Wow, okay. Yeah, so see, we've got the the Page of Swords coming out. You guys could be in a legal trial right now, dealing with something to do with legalities. Could be a divorce. It could be money-wise. It could be, being that this is to bring love into your life. You know, it could just be getting through a situation with a friend that they took advantage of you when it came to money. Being that if you put him up here, he's looking at this Queen of Coins. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was a Queen of Coins, and in that situation they tricked you into giving you their ideas, or giving you your ideas, or they tricked you into giving them something so that they got ahead. And right now it's like you're kind of in the situation of cleaning up your mess. And I don't want you to take that as a bad thing. Like, it's just something that sometimes we have to go through. Let me get one more clarifying card. May I please have one more clarifying card for Taurus? One more clarifying card for Taurus. Okay, thank you. Okay, they want these two to come out. We'll take a look at them. I didn't want to take that. With the no name on the bottom, this is about transformation for you. This is about letting go. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Let's see what this is. Yeah. So you've dealt with too many twists and turns. Too many twists and turns are coming up. And it, look, 333 coming out. Look at that. What's this? Okay. Yeah, this has to do with your money. It's like you're trying to build lasting partnerships. That's the thing. Like, that's what you want more than anything. Even though you guys may want partnership love, like a physical attraction love, which is fine. But in your mind space right now, you're very anxious, and you have a situation where you're really dealing with bringing in third parties to try and build up your money status. But it seems like every time you bring it in, you think you've got these people who are stable and secure in their own selves, in their own spirituality, in their own world. And yet you end up finding out that they're really this page energy. They're really this energy of not taking care of themselves. It's more or less, they're like trying to battle for everybody else's energy so that they can make it through. This is interesting for this to come up, and how to bring love into your life. But what's coming up, and it's interesting too, because this came up in your last reading too. You guys are dealing with parental neglect. You're dealing with the wound of parental neglect. And that's why it's hard for you to bring in really stable relationships, because you were the one that was taking care of your parents or your guardians when you were a child. You were always the one that was like dealing with their emotions, dealing with their heartbreaks, dealing with their upsets. And it made you very independent as a young child. And you're not seeing that this is what is actually adding to your anxiety and your fear and the trying to control the situation that's in front of you right now. And you don't have to be too concerned, because it's saying once you heal this upset with your past, you're actually coming into a situation now where you're going to open up a new path. And it may feel like for a time everything is going to come at you from every side, every angle. It feels like anger. It feels like frustration. It feels like so much is coming towards you. But it's so that you can get beyond this. You know, 3, when we look at 3, there's a lot of different things that come up with 3. You know, for me, it's always about your angels are with you. They're trying to guide you. Also, 3 is that moment when you look at nature. It's like when the plant actually comes up and is starting to grow up out of the ground, right? So it's unfurling like the fern, and that's what's happening right now. It's like you're in this transition of, you've planted roots and your seeds, and they're growing, but it's just, you're in that uncomfortable stage now of really truly letting go of the past so that your fern, whatever that is, can grow strong. And it's saying that you've actually come into a place now where once you let this go, and you see that Source has really been trying to help you on your journey. Source has really been trying to get you into a place of stability, that you'll be able to come up out of this, and it won't feel so topsy-turvy anymore. It won't feel like you're just reliving the past over and over again. It won't feel like all these situations are out to get you, because they're really not, Taurus. Like, it's just that there's a lot of energy right now where people are taking advantage of your kind heart, of your good nature. And the reason they are is because that's what happened to you when you were a child. You had family members that were taking advantage of your kindness, your good nature. And you have abundance that is coming to you. But you're just, again, it's that awkward stage of overcoming this, of feeling like everybody's stabbing you in the back, of feeling like everybody's out to get you. And they're really not. You're just if you allow this, you're going to transform, right? It's all about allowing it to happen, allowing yourself to feel the pain of the past so that you can let it go, so that you can begin to step up into this Queen of Cups energy instead. And it's like, instead of focusing so much on your money, it's more focusing on controlling your emotions and not letting your emotions get the best of you, but actually understanding the why of your emotions. And that's what this true transformation is all about. You know, it's like, I feel like I get this sense of loneliness. Like there's a deep sense of loneliness that is coming through here. And it's unnerving, really. You feel like you centered yourself out, but at the same time, you can't center yourself out because you're trying to build strong connections in the world. It just seems like nothing ever seems to work out. They present themselves to you as what they are not, right? And so they're coming to you in this energy of like, oh, I can put on the front that I'm a king or a queen. But in reality, when you start getting to know them, you see that they're just very immature in the way that they approach things. They're very not like-minded at all. Distrustful, manipulative. I feel like you fell into that time and time again, and you're in this energy of trying to block yourself off from it. And that's what Source is trying to remind you, is that you don't have to block off your heart. What you have to do is heal the hole in your heart so you're not putting it on someone else to fulfill that happiness within you. Because you're your own sense of happiness. You're your own source of happiness, Taurus. And that's what this is. So what is it that you need to know in this time is that you have something that's coming to you. Even if it feels like everything's getting uprooted right now, even if it feels like everything is at a loss, you're on the path to coming out of this stronger than you once were. And that's frightening, right? That's frightening. It feels like everybody is just mocking you. It feels like everybody's talking about you. It feels like everybody's not in your court. They're not on your side. And really what Source is trying to say is that they are. They are, but they're serving their purpose. It's not the purpose that you think they need to serve. And that's what's so hard about it. That's what's so difficult about this. And so you have to understand and embrace your own inner beauty. And when you embrace your own inner beauty, when you embrace your own inner soul, you're going to see something that comes out of this. You're going to see a light that comes through this. But you have to do that. And you have to take time to reconnect to yourself. I'm just going to get some oracle cards here. And healing that parental wound is hard. So they wanted 2 of these. Hold on, 2 is too many. I just want 1, Source. Let me put these back in. May I please have one card, please. 1 card. 2 is too many. I just want 1. May I please have 1 card, please? And once you heal that, I think you're going to understand why it is that you always ran after these people who didn't appreciate you. And that's one thing, I'm not bringing this up so that you can beat yourself up, because I think that so many people do this. It's just what's being highlighted in the Taurus community right now, is that you guys are running after people, or you're having people in your court that just don't appreciate the being that you are. And it's like, I feel like at times you're trying to really prove to them that you're someone grand. And that's what Source is saying to you, Taurus, is that you yourself, okay? You have to understand that you're worthy of it without having to tell someone, without having to convince somebody. You're already worthy. May I please have 1 of these cards too? 1, just 1, not a million. Not a million, that's too many. But that's because I feel like when you were a child, you always had to do something to convince your parents or your guardians. Or, you know, it could have been a brother and sister, an auntie and uncle, a friend. It could have been anybody, really. But when you were a kid, it was like you were always trying to prove your worth. And it was like when you did things that appeased these people, then they showed you some ounce of love, and it wasn't real love. It was conditional love, right? And I feel like that's what you're still mirroring, is that conditional love in your here and now, because it's an old wound that's just trying to come to the surface to heal, so that you can say, hey, I'm an adult now. I can give myself this love. I don't have to seek it from other people, right? And that's what's going on here. Hey, please have one of these cards. Be open to your guidance too, guys. Like, this is having to do with your own heart and soul. Like, there's a beauty in this, right? Hey, please have one card, please. I feel like you guys don't want to know what it is you need to heal. I think that that's where your stubbornness is coming in too. It's hard to listen to someone else call you out when it's like, I should have figured this out myself. And that's, no, like, you shouldn't have. Like, that's why it's like, sometimes we're so blind to it because we want to see the good in people. And that's the energy that I'm getting here. It's like, but you don't understand. This person's really good. Like, they do this, they have that. But behind closed doors, this person's not. Like, this person is not good. Okay, this one's, oh my gosh, not a whole stack, source. I'm just going to take this top one because I feel like that's the one that they want. You guys they have a lot to say to you guys. Yeah, they have a lot to say. So let's start with this one. Look, we've got the number 11 coming out. This is about you finding your power. You know, and the deer is about innocence. It's like reconnecting with your inner innocence. It's about reconnecting with your inner child again. That energy of this was brokenheartedness while you were a child. This is that brokenheartedness while you were, you know, fighting for the right to get love as a child and never receiving it. And that was hard for you. It was upsetting for you. It was disconnecting for you. And that's the thing, like, you have to see that you are in power now. Like, you're the one that has the strength. You're the one that can control your emotions, and your emotions don't have to get the better of you. You know, you've got this full moon right here that she's carrying in her antlers. This is such a beautiful card. And that's that energy of, like, you control the world because you control your world, right? It's not about controlling everybody else. This is about you controlling you, right? You feel so innocent and alone. And like, if I grow beyond that, I'm just going to get cut and hurt by everybody else. But you're not. Like, you're going to be able to show your vulnerabilities. And you're going to turn into this magnificent warrior. Or warrioress, right? Is that the right word? Anyways, you're going to become the warrior. And you're going to be able to exert your vulnerabilities and show people that it's okay to be open. It's okay to have gone through what it is that you went through as a child, no matter how upsetting it was. This is what's been blocking you from love, because it's like your spirit has been trying to help you edge this out, and yet your ego has been edging your spirit out because your ego doesn't want to deal with the pain of this anymore. And it's understandable. Whatever's coming through is very deep and heavy. Look, we've got winter solstice coming in. It's time for you to reflect on the past, right? That coming into, it's interesting because this definitely mirrors this no name, the death card, right? Because it's about a time of transformation. What did I say? You guys have planted seeds and you're now unfurling like the fern. And it's like, even before we plant our seeds, we all must go through a period of death so that we can have rebirth. And that's what spring is. That's what summer is, the period of growth, of that newness that's coming in, right? And so it's time for you to really reflect on your past and see what is being mirrored back to you in these situations that keep arising in your life. What do we got here? Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. We've got the number 38, which again is 11 coming through. 1111. So everybody's like, oh, that's the twin flame number. If you guys watch me any amount of time, you understand that that's source actually coming through telling you to just do it. It's to heal. I'm going to read these to you. I just want to see what this last one is. We have number 6, daughter of the phoenix. This is about rising from the ashes as the phoenix, right? That strength, like overcoming. Let's read the whispers of love first. Let me see here. These are such beautiful cards. I'm in love with these cards. Just super, super excited that I got these. I needed some new oracle cards, so I don't change my tarot, just my oracle. says, speak with love and truth. Love aims to do what is best for another person. Speak honestly. Tell the truth about your emotions. What did I say? Like, you guys don't want to feel this. You don't want to feel the hurt that's come from this. And that's understandable, but without feeling it, you'll never let it go. There's an opportunity to clear the air and create a positive outcome. And that's what you're on, the path to a positive outcome, as long as you feel this. Take off the mask. Truthfulness is an important part of any relationship. If you are sharing something that isn't real, you aren't being straightforward. When you avoid the truth because you fear how it will be received, you create blocks or walls in your relationship. What did I say? This is all blocking you from it too. Working on speaking with clarity, love, softness, and honesty. To get to the truth and develop a stronger bond with your partner, be compassionate about your emotions. Try to be open to what they have to say and avoid personalizing their frankness. A woman faces a masked man who's presenting her with a rose. The mask suggests something is hidden or being glossed over out of fear of upsetting each other. The woman's turned back could indicate an unwillingness to believe that there is more going on than meets the eye. You're responsible for how you communicate with your partner. Be open and connected to create a healthy relationship. And that comes with self too. Like, you need to be open and honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to reflect on these emotions that are coming up from the past so that you can heal them. Isn't this such a lovely card? Look at the little Cupid that's on the rose here. Let me see if I can get this to focus on that. See the rose right there? And the little Cupid that's on there. So it's like you're trying to let love in, but you're not dealing with the hurt from the past. And this is about taking off the mask with yourself. You know, how can you be this loving individual with yourself? We've got the moon coming out again twice here. The depth of the moon showing through. And it's interesting because I do have moon cards in this deck as well. But you have this energy coming through. It's like really taking time to honor and be there for yourself, right? So we have Daughter of the Phoenix. Number 6 is about balance and harmony and looking at yourself through eyes of love, right? When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through deep cleansing and purification in preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power, and light. Just like the phoenix that is baptized through the celestial fire to born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. This is an advanced phase of soul growth, and soon after you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement in your divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire both physically and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of great spiritual peace, power, and authority. She guides you now to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we're moving house, we need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes it is an opportunity to let go of that which we do not wish to take with us into our new life. As we prepare to move to a higher level of consciousness, there are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energy that do not belong in our new life cycle. This is everything I needed in this moment. For you guys to... This is clarifying everything that I talked about. Got the card stuck to my arm, right? In this reading. You don't want to carry this into your new cycle of a positive path. You want to let this go, even if it feels like your whole world is being, taken by storm. The path of purification and initiation by celestial fire is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. It can be a challenging time, as that which would stand in the way of new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated. Often, these things are deep fears, doubts, or questions about our own worth and ability. It can feel confronting to meet these parts of ourselves consciously. Yet, we cannot let go if we don't even realize what we're still holding on to within us. This initiation will help you release any old baggage or pain that will not resonate with the highest levels of light that are preparing you to live. It can feel challenging at times, but know that there is nothing wrong. There's actually something very right behind these experiences. What did I say? Don't feel like this is as if everybody's out to get you. This is Source trying to help you deal with that. See the mirror, right? To see the mirror. Do not fear these challenges. You would not be taking these spiritual exams if you were not ready to live at a higher higher spiral of consciousness. Have some faith in your own progress, and remember, do not get attached to what is leaving your consciousness as you're preparing to ascend. Letting go of old energies with trust, even if you do not always consciously understand what is happening, is the quickest way to be able to ascend easily and gracefully. To pass this initiation and benefit from it, we must be prepared to surrender that which needs to be burned away. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, guides you to have faith and fearless trust that it is safe to let heavenly fire have its way, so that you may rise up anew into your spiritual destiny. The initiation is in its final phases when you are able to put your new beliefs and talents to the test, living based on your spiritual principles of trust, faith, and love. No matter what is presented now, it is an opportunity for you to apply your spiritual values and live your life accordingly. Then the celestial fire will have soon done its work, and you will arise like a glorious phoenix, ready for a new life. Okay? And they're saying, like, there's a prayer in here and everything. I'm not going to read that right now just because it's quite long, but right. What did I say? You're rising out of the ashes like the phoenix. It's like you have to go through this. This is your rebirth, that transformation, right? It's like everything is pointing to your transformation. I understand why they wanted this card to come out, because you have to begin to balance the energies within yourself and allow love to come through. And it's about embracing your power and taking back what power you gave away. And that's from this wound that's coming up. Right? This wound is like you were the one that supported your parents. You were the one that supported those that were supposed to be supporting you. So you had to grow up at a very young age. And that makes you feel responsible for everybody around you. And it's time for you, Taurus, to become responsible for yourself and to see how strong you truly are. And to see that this is all just a reflection that you need to heal within, okay? This is what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so very much. I hope this helps you heal and brings you light, harmony, and balance within yourself. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow Taurians, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.